Hello students, I am going to explain Standard 10 Chemistry Chapter 6 Electrolysis. In electrolysis, it is electrolysis. Electro means flow of electrons, lysis means separating. So, see the figure in electrolyte. This is the cell, dot means that is electrolyte. Then these two are electrodes. Positive electrode, negative electrode, or anode and cathode. Then there is a battery, ammeter and bulb. If you connect the battery, if the bulb will glow brightly, then it is strong electrolyte. If the bulb will glow dimly, that is weak electrolyte. If the bulb does not glow or will not glow, then it is non-electrolyte. So by this you can detail. So what is electrolysis? It is the process of decomposition of a chemical compound in aqueous solution or in molten state by chemical change by using direct electric current. That is electrolysis. So electro meaning flow of electrons, lysis means separating. Then in electrolysis, it is a relationship between electrical energy and chemical energy. Then it has also been found that all the substances allowing passage of electricity but do not undergo chemical change, like your most metallic element pass the electricity but there is no chemical change. So these are good conductor of electricity. Non-metals like except graphite, sulfur, phosphorus do not conduct electricity, so these are non-conductor of electricity. Then in electrolytes, some compounds do not conduct electric current at all when it is in solid state or in aqueous state. They are called non-electrolyte. Sugar, alcohol, kerosene, these are the non-electrolytes. So see table 6.1 and 6.2. In 6.1, differentiate between metal and their metallic salt solution. In metal, there is a flow of current, but there is no separation of ions. But in a metallic salt solution, there is separation of ions. Then in a metal, their conductivity is the property of metals and alloys, but in a salt solution, their electrolytic conductivity is the property of electrovalent compounds. So then in strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte, what is the difference? In strong electrolyte, if you connect the bulb, then bulb will glow brightly, but in a weak electrolyte, it will glow dimly. Strong electrolyte produces ions, but weak electrolyte produces ions as well as molecules. These are poor conductor of electricity, that is weak electrolyte, but strong electrolyte, that is good conductor of electricity. Then example by acids, base, salts, these are the example of strong electrolyte. But in a weak electrolyte, generally carbonic, acetic acid, these are, and in base ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, except sodium and potassium, these are the weak electrolyte. Salt also like this, if you do not take sodium and potassium salts or base. Then non-electrolytes, it is a compound which neither in solution nor in the molten state allows an electric current to pass through it. So it also does not decompose at the electrodes, only contain molecules. Example alcohol, kerosene, non-polar covalent compounds, these are the examples of non-electrolyte. Then acid, base and salts as electrolytes, because it can dissociate its corresponding ions to flow the electrons at cathode and anode. Then in page 103 table, acid, base, salt, which acids are strong, which bases are strong, which salts are strong. Generally metallic salt in their fused state, it can conduct electricity. You see lead bromide conduct electricity to form lead ion and bromide ion. In electrolytic cell, there is a voltmeter in which non-conducting vessel containing two electrodes immersed in a solution of electrolytes used to bring about a chemical reaction. So there is a DC current used. It converts electrical energy into chemical energy. But in electrochemical cell, just opposite, it is a device used to convert chemical energy into electrical energy. Like Daniell cell, simple voltaic cell, these are the examples. Then electrodes. So there are two types of electrodes. Electrodes are same nature, but when you join it to the battery of positive terminal, that is anode, but for negative terminal, that is cathode. Then when you connect the battery, then electrons flow from positive towards the negative. So there is a rule, C to C, A to A. C means cation, this C means cathode, A means anion, then anode. So cation moves towards cathode, anion moves towards anode during electrolysis. If a cation moves towards cathode, so metals generally deposited near cathode except hydrogen, but non-metals deposited at anode by the gas formation. Then there is a table 6.3 differentiate between anode and cathode. Anode generally joined in the battery of positive terminal, cathode in a negative terminal. Then anion migrates to anode, cation migrates to cathode. Then it is an oxidizing electrode, or oxidation takes place at anode, because at anode loss of electrons but gain of electrons at a cathode. Then ion formation in the electrolytic cell, these ions deposited by C to C, A to A rule. Then what is the difference between cation and anion? Table 6.4. Cation means positive charge, anion means negative charge. So cation moves towards cathode, but anion moves towards anode during electrolysis. So gain of electrons from the cathode and get reduced to become a neutral atom. Lose electrons to the anode and get oxidized to become a neutral atom. Example, sodium ion, calcium ion, any metallic ion or hydrogen ion. These are the example of cations. Then your chloride ion, hydroxide ion, sulfate ion, phosphate ion, these are the examples of anions. Then oxidation, reduction takes place in the electrolysis. Then conduction in compounds. The electrovalent compounds consist of aggregate of opposite charge ions held in their position by the strong electrostatic force of attractions. Hence, in the solid state, an electrovalent compound like sodium chloride cannot conduct electricity, though it has the ions. But when it is dissolving in water or fused or molten, then it can conduct electricity. But covalent compounds which are polar in nature also ionize in aqueous solution and conduct electricity. Your hydrogen chloride, ammonia, water, acidulated water, these are the example of non-covalent compounds. Then characteristics of electrolysis. So in characteristics, cation moves towards cathode, anion moves towards anode. Number of electrons gained by the anode is equal to the number of electrons given by the cathode. Then only hydrogen gas and metals are liberated at cathode, but non-metals are liberated at anode like gases. Then the reaction at the cathode involves reduction of cations and oxidation at anode. Then there is a DC current used. Then electrolytic dissociation. In electrolytic dissociation, only electrovalent compounds can be dissociated to form corresponding ions. But ionization is possible for covalent compounds as polar covalent compounds. There are HCl by water, it decomposes to form H plus and Cl minus, ammonium hydroxide like this. So see page 106 table. What is the difference between ionization and dissociation? What is the meaning of ionization? The process by which polar covalent compounds are converted into ions in water solution is called ionization. Thank you.